Okay, so I have been super extremely over emotional lately. I have no idea why. And and when I say over emotional, I mean getting upset over everything and crying about everything and getting really frustrated. I don't know if that's because of my period's supposed to be coming or can I help you? May I help you? I can't decide, John. But yeah, I don't know what it is. I can cry over everything, especially when I'm with my boyfriend. Seems like I cry a whole lot more when I'm talking to him, but I don't understand why. And I went on Google and I went to different tests. I went to the PMS test, I went to the depression test, I went to the pregnancy test. I got nothing. So, I really don't understand why. I mean, okay, I'm not depressed because I just got a job. And I start officially tomorrow, so um, I'm good on that. Um, I don't know. I really do not know why I've been so emotional lately. And it's really getting on my nerves. I haven't come up with any answers. Like, I went, well, I mean, like the pregnancy test I took online and did the symptoms. Because I read online where you could be emotional because you're pregnant. That didn't go. I am expecting to have my period supposedly around like maybe half a week's time. So I thought maybe I was PMSing, but I've PMSed before, and I've never, ever, ever been so emotional. Like, for instance, I told my boyfriend that I was going to call him at 7 or whenever I got out of my orientation for my work. That was the plan. I call him, he doesn't answer. So I continue to call him thinking maybe he's asleep because today is also his birthday. Well, he don't answer. I end up continuing to call him until I get to my house because I have to go pick him up because he has a flat tire and everything. So I was going to go pick him up after I got out of my orientation. So it's easier because he's on the way back to my house. So I figured if I was in my car, I'd just have to do a little circle and there we go. But he did not answer until I was almost at my house. And then I felt bad for calling him so many times. And so I cried because he didn't answer the phone. And then I got in my car, I was stomping up the driveway and slammed the door and threw my stuff in my room. I was walking back and forth through the house, throughout the house. I didn't want to turn the TV on because I was too mad to turn the TV on to watch TV. I didn't want to lay down and go to bed because I was too mad to even lay down. So I sat there on the couch, just chilling. And I was gonna go in the kitchen and find me something to eat, but I didn't even want to eat anything because I was so upset. So I was like, well, forget it. Well, then I got on my phone because I was trying to figure out why I was being so emotional over something so small and stupid. So I did the PMS test, and I'm not done with that yet. My phone keeps being gay and sending me to a totally different website while I'm not doing the test. So I'm giving that a break right now. I don't know. And I did the depression test the other night. I'm not depressed. It didn't even say that I was. And like the symptoms that it agreed to for me to have something towards depression is from my borderline personality disorder thing that I have. So yeah. The pregnancy test that I did online with the symptoms and everything, I did like 5 to 10 of those things, and they all come back that it was highly unlikely. I had, I think, maybe like 1 or 2 that said I had a small chance that I was, or I was 50-50. But most of them said I was highly unlikely to be pregnant. I even looked up the early signs of pregnancy before this period, and I only had 1, which I get that every time right before I start my period. That's why I was trying to figure out if it was PMSing. But then I got back to, well, I've never cried so much, so many days, ever. Like, ever. 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 And like I've cried over stuff. Like, I'm more of a things all build up and then they go and I cry then because it all comes out at one time. But when I cry like that, that continues, and I continue to cry for a good couple hours. Let me think of another example. Okay, for instance, last night, me and my boyfriend were on the phone. I was putting holidays and events in my little phone calendar, and he was asking me what I was doing, and I just told him I was putting holidays and stuff in my calendar, and he wanted to know what type of events and he asked me what kind of holidays would I be putting in my calendar, as if I'd forget what holiday it would be. So I got upset or whatever, and I just continued to say that it was just events because I figured he would already know what type of events they were because I don't put a whole bunch of stuff in my calendar. Like, I put our anniversary, our 6-month anniversary, and I put the day that I'm supposed to be starting my period. I put his birthday in. Hold on. Okay. Never mind. False alarm. Somebody called me. If you didn't hear that vibrate, well, somebody called me. If you heard that vibrate, it was somebody calling me. I got to answer because they texted me earlier and said congrats, and I said on, and they said sorry, wrong number. I said okay. That same number just tried to call me, so. But when I went to pick up, they already hung up. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Here's that messed up. Well, okay. He got upset with me because I wouldn't tell him exactly what I was doing. and he ended up getting upset or whatever, and he hung up on me. And well, he asked me if I want to text him so I can finish what I was doing. I told him no. He said okay, well then bye, and he hung up on me. And then I texted him, and I asked seriously. But before I texted him, I started crying because I got upset about the whole thing. I didn't understand why he was getting so upset over something so little. And then, so that made me cry more. And, we went to talk it through, whatever, and we talked it through and stuff, and, I was fine. Well, let's see. Another thing. Yesterday, I got upset because I couldn't put the cord to the screen or the monitor into the wall and plug it in. And I got upset and I stomped off and went into the closet to cry. But then I sucked it up maybe 2 minutes later, come back, sat back down. And my boyfriend was sitting beside me and we were on the computers, and me and him always joke around. I always call him names, he always calls me names. And he knows I've been emotional lately. But I don't know. I guess he thinks that if he acts normal that I'll act the same way and everything. But since I don't know what's wrong, I can't really stop myself from crying. Well, he was beside me playing his little Star Wars game, and I was over here about to get on the computer or something. And, no, I wasn't even on the computer yet, I was in. And he calls me I don't even remember what he called me. See, the little things like that, I don't remember what he called me. But I got upset. I threw my hamburger back down, stomped back off. But this time, instead of going to the closet to cry, I went to my mom's bathroom, sat down on the side of the bathtub behind the curtain, and cried. And then, like, maybe 2-3 minutes later, I sucked it up, come back, and began to eat my fries and my hamburger again. And then I was sitting in his lap about 15 minutes later, and I don't even remember what happened. But, I started crying in his lap, so, and he was asking me what was wrong, but I couldn't tell him what was wrong because I didn't know what was wrong. And, I got upset because, like, later, before I took him home last night, I didn't want him to leave. I got upset and I started crying because I didn't want him to leave. I don't think it's so much of an obsession, because I don't feel like I'm obsessed with him. So I don't, and I don't know, like, I've cried over the stupidest things in the past few days. And, I don't know. I really think it's bullcrap. And it sucks to be a girl or a woman, female, especially after you start to grow up, because then your hormones kick in, and sometimes you don't know how to deal with them, sometimes you don't know how to handle them. I also have anxiety attacks, but normally something has to trigger it for me to have an anxiety attack. And I don't feel that. But I mean, I don't know. It's really aggravating. I don't know why I'm so emotional. And if y'all are still watching this, with it being a little over 15 minutes long already, thank you. Others, well, oh well. It really irritates me not to, damn, not to, sorry, know why I feel like this. I mean, I'm sitting here, I'm fine. I mean, like when I was talking earlier, I was choking up a little bit. And, I'm fine now. And, by the way, I did talk to my boyfriend, he called me back. And I'm supposed to be getting him after he eats with his family or whatever. So that's good. But, he told me that he doesn't like me feeling like this because he said it hurts him knowing that it hurts me. And I told him, see, I'm getting emotional now. And I told him I don't like feeling like this either because I don't know why I feel like it. You see what I mean? This. Just talking about it makes me emotional, which I think is stupid. I don't like showing my emotions, especially when they're negative. If they're positive, then I'm all for it, but when they're negative, like sad-wise and crying-wise and hurt-wise and pain-wise, I don't want any part of that because I don't like feeling like that. I'm glad I don't really have that many, well, I'm not really glad that I don't have that many subscribers, but maybe this video will make me get more subscribers. I'm not doing this to get more people, but I'm getting this because I'm doing this because maybe if I open up to random people that can't see my face to face and I don't know who they are, I can express myself a whole lot easier by speaking it rather than, even if I write it, I let it out some, but if you express yourself openly to somebody, you're letting them know even more. So hopefully opening up to you guys might help me. I'm gonna go ahead and try to finish my PMS test to see if I'm PMSing. Because, like I said, I've PMSed before, but I've never ever cried as much as before than as I am or have been the past few days. So, I'm gonna go ahead and end this, wrap it up. If you're still watching, I thank you. You can do whatever, but please subscribe and look at the rest of my videos. And, yeah. Alright. Bye.